Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First for Chicago, Macy is out there with Michael Jordan. Rookie season underway for him and excited about his first start. Then it's Woolridge and it's Green in at the 4 spot. And then for the Philadelphia 76ers, Cheeks is out there with Irving. We've got Moses Malone. We will see him go to work on that low block. One of the great centers right now in the league. Then it's Jones. And it's Barkley in at the power forward. That's good.
And that's a nice way for his team to get started.
Yeah, really nice start for his team to get out in front here. Well, I tell you what, you consider all the injuries the Bulls had last year, and you look at the 34-18 mark against the Eastern Conference, and it's absolutely remarkable considering what they had to go through personnel-wise.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Here's Cheeks. The feed to Malone. Backs down. Here's the block. And Macy kicks to Jordan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And back to the Bulls in the East. It wasn't just one guy who stepped in the shoes of Rose or the departed Ashik. Really, it was a group effort.
You know, you looked at the roster last year, you kind of scratch your head and go, how is this team going to get to the second round without Derrick Rose? But they did it with a group of role players, with a front line that was tough and nasty and rebounded well, and with great coaching, too.
That one is no good.
Boy, 76ers had a season they'd like to soon forget. But the one thing they were able to do last year was win at home. Good thing, too, given how unforgiving Philadelphia fans can be. No tougher sports fans in all of sports than Philadelphia.
4 on the clock. Here's Cheeks. Brings it from 9 feet away. Cheeks has got his first 2 points.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
And back to the 76ers at home. Never a good idea to be under 500 at home in a city that has booed Santa Claus before. Steve, luckily they were able to avoid that, going 23-18 here last season.
Well, maybe Santa Claus had a bad year that year, Kevin. I don't know. But look, I mean, if you're stinking it up in front of Philly fans, they're going to let you know. I mean, they're going to boo you. They're brutally honest. On the flip side, though, when you play well, I mean, they're going to back you.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
Pass to Irving. Kicks to Malone. Backing in. Right block shot. That misses off the backboard. Here's Chicago. He feeds it to Jordan. Gets it to go. Jordan's got 5 now.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He's certainly aware of the shot blocking talent on the other roster, but he doesn't want his guys to change their approach too much. He said, listen, we've got to continue to score in the paint. We can't just live on the outside. I just told our guys, when you jump up, jump into their body to try to take their legs away. Kevin will see if they can score inside.
Thanks for the report, Doris. Guys, what do you do to spread this defense out?
Well, I think you've got to come at them with a variety of offensive looks. Try to keep them guessing, keep the rotations a little bit off rhythm.
As usual, Steve, you're all over it. You've got to keep switching things up on them so they can't get settled into a defensive rhythm or groove. So give them something they don't expect.
Dave Corzine, he's checked in for Chicago. Oakley comes in for Green. The offensive rebound. Malone, good.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Now Macy. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Jordan. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
A shot steal from Irving.
Good defense, but I love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Macy passes to Jordan. Right side, Jordan. Shoots a fader. Almost, but it rolls out. The 76ers lead it. Here's Cheeks. Here's Barkley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, especially at the defensive end of the floor, Kevin. Let's see how many times he steps into a passing lane and comes up with a steal tonight, because he's just a major force at that end of the court.
And also, he's one of those guys who can cover 94 feet in the blink of an eye, and often does, with or without help on the break. Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time, and they had questions constantly being asked if he would return, but the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin. I mean, desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
Bulls trail by 3. Paxson with the ball. Screen by Corzine. Paxson with the ball. Now defended by Moss.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, that's due to their physical play. They're scrapping and clawing for each and every rebound out there.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
Snatched up. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yeah, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Number 52. And he misses his first shot. The 76ers leading by 4. 3 the pass to Moss. 1:06 left here in the opening quarter. Thompson right side. Shoots it. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Daly. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
Dave Corzine, he's checked in for Chicago. Thompson left side. Number 23. And he drops it in from the low post.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Gervin outside. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From 15 feet away, he squares up and sinks it. 76ers have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Moss, the pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 2. Moss. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. 76ers lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
Gervin dishes to Green. Defended by Cheeks. Pass to Gervin. Outside Banks. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Corzine, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road. Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center, and one of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
Michael Jordan, he's checked in for Gervin. Here's Cheeks. No good on the 3. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Very successful free throw shooting team a year ago, guys. They hit about 80% from the line.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Jones checked in for 3.
I think it's fair to say that the top of the Eastern Conference has been getting tougher over the last few seasons. Unfortunately for the Sixers, they've headed the other direction. They've been going south, and it's part of why they were on the outside of the playoffs looking in.
Backing down is Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here is Barkley. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Green. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And back to what you were saying, Clark, about Philadelphia going through a lot of roster changes last year. You're right, in a season where a lot of other teams in the East put it all together. Steve, bad timing for Philadelphia.
Yeah, bad timing. Roster changes and injuries, of course. I mean, the big trade for Bynum looked like it was going to be something that could help them get to the top of the East, but Bynum never played a single game for them. And so it's understandable why Philadelphia struggled.
Back to Jordan. Fades. Count the bucket. Jordan's got 7 points in the game. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Cheeks kicks to Irving, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Chicago leading. Outside Jordan. Green with a screen on Irving. Here's Jordan, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the